This is going to cover basics of image placement. Could be a graphic placement as well. So in your file, what you're going to want to do is go to File, and you can hit Place. You are also welcome to open a file. That could be a JPEG. Copy that, or you could be copying from Photoshop as well, and simply paste, and that's fine. By doing this action, you are embedding your file, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'll be covering what that means. And I'm going to bring up the links because in Illustrator as well as in InDesign, when you are having images in your file, it's either going to be linked or it's going to be embedded. There is a really strong need for you to understand the difference. So the first one is again embedded, and you can see there's a little bit of an icon on here, and it says unembed, and then you can also embed a linked image. So we're going to place a couple things here so you can see what I mean. I'm going to now place an image. So to do that, you go to File, Place. I'll just choose this one here. And down at the bottom here, you need to be paying attention. If you, generally it's going to want to redo whatever you last did. Last time I put an image in, I did not tell it to link. And so this time also it's not telling it to link. Linking it means that it's going to place an image, but it's not going to be part of the file. It's going to be referencing where it actually is sitting. What you have to be careful about is this placement of this file. If I moved this and I didn't know where I put it, or if I deleted it, I would be in trouble because it would not know what to do. The file would be gone. Embedding is a bit safer because you can't lose the image in that instance. So kind of depends on you in your file organization tactics. If you're really good at organizing, linking might just be fine for you. But if you have a little trouble with that, or if you're working on multiple computers and kind of going back and forth between places, I heavily recommend that instead that you embed the file. The file will grow in size. In this case, this image, if I would embed it, it's almost a meg, it's 774 KB, so it will make your file size of the AI file bigger because it's essentially swallowing this image. Linking doesn't weigh anything because it's simply linking to an image. So there's, pros and cons. I'm going to do a link to this one so you can see what that one looks like. And I can simply click once and drop it, and it's going to show the real size of the image. So the file is big. I scanned it at quite a high resolution, which is why. And now I can simply resize. To resize an image, I could go to the corner, hold the Shift key down, and simply shrink down. That's one way to do it. You can also, if your image is selected, this transform button should pop up, and open up the panel, and you can see that if this is selected so that the chain is together, it'll constrain your width and the height, and that way then you can type in whatever you want. I know that this is an 8.5 by 11, so I'll at least do an 8 IN, and then that shrunk that to 8 inches across. So that is fine for that one. Now, if we look at the difference between these two, this one is telling me that I could embed it if I want to, or I can go to the link. What I want to show you here, I'm going to move this file temporarily. And the moment that I moved that file outside of Illustrator, I went to my files to do that. It automatically, when I go back to Illustrator, is saying, hey, what's up? What's going on with this image? And so if I want to reconnect it, I need to say yes. I can update that. It says it can't find it, and I'm going to tell it to replace it. And then I can go to the actual location that it's in and reconnect it. I'm going to say ignore for now so you can see what happens. In your links panel, you can see that there's a little bit of an exclamation point here. I wish it was more drastic looking. That's a little bit hard to see. But that tells me that that image is an unknown situation. So I could relink it, and then of course go and find it, and then my marker goes away. So again, there's nothing wrong with any of these ways, embedding, copying and pasting, linking, but just be aware of what that can mean and how that could affect your file.